welcome to the deep dive. We're going to dive into some really cool AI stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
It's about this artificial neuron,
Okay.
and it's powered by lasers.
Wow.
Yeah, and get this. This thing is 1 billion times faster than the neurons in our own brains.
Really? 1 billion?
1 billion, yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
So I've got these two really cool sources. The first is this blog post from A4Work, super enthusiastic about like what this could mean for AI.
Yeah.
And then to get into the details, we've got the original research paper from the folks over the Chinese University of Hong Kong.
Nice.
So they're the ones who
actually built this thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean,
both these sources are really interesting.
Yeah.
They really kind of dive into, not just what this laser neuron is,
Right.
but why it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
it's not just the speed.
Yeah.
It's about like new things we can do with AI that we couldn't do before.
Absolutely.
So let's start with that speed.
Okay.
Okay. So this laser neuron operates at 10 G-bolt.
10 G-bolt?
Yeah. 10 billion data units every single second.
Okay.
What does that actually look like in the real world?
Yeah. So imagine,
Like, how do we
wrap our heads around that, right?
Yeah.
So in 1 second, this neuron, it could process 100 million heartbeats.
Whoa.
That's a lot of heartbeats.
So that's insane, yeah.
Or think about like analyzing 34.7 million handwritten digits. That's all the handwritten numbers from everyone in Canada.
That's a lot of digits.
In the blink of an eye.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, okay, break it down
Yeah.
for me, G-bolt. What does that actually mean?
Right. So
Like, I'm not an electrical engineer.
yeah, bald, it's like basically how fast data signals can change.
Okay.
So imagine like a data pipe,
Okay.
right? And data's flowing through it.
Yeah.
G-bolt tells you how many bits
Okay.
you can fit through that pipe every second. 10 G-babbing. That's crazy fast. We've never seen that before.
Especially for this kind of AI.
Yeah,
right?
this is neuromorphic computing.
Neuromorphic computing meaning.
Building AI systems that are like the human brain.
Okay.
And, we've been like hitting this speed limit with normal artificial neurons, and this just blows past that, like completely.
So this is like breaking the sound barrier for AI.
Totally. Yeah.
But how does it work? What's going on inside?
So the secret here is this combo of a quantum dot laser
Okay.
and these special radio frequency pads.
Radio frequency pad.
Yeah. So quantum dot lasers are really cool because they emit light at very specific wavelengths,
Okay.
which lets them switch super fast.
I see.
And the way they've used these radio frequency pads,
Yeah.
it's a big innovation. It's what makes this speed possible.
So we've talked about biological neurons and how they have a refractory period.
Right, like a pause. Yeah.
Like they fire and then they need a little break before they can fire again.
Yeah.
And traditional artificial neurons, they have that same limitation, right?
Totally.
But this laser neuron, it's different.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, it's got what we call a graded response.
Graded response. Okay.
So instead of just firing, going quiet, firing again, it can just continuously adjust its output
Oh.
based on what it's getting.
So it's like, it's always ready.
Yeah.
No breaks needed.
Yeah, exactly.
So how did they bypass that refractory period?
So they did this clever thing
Okay.
where they inject the radio frequency signals in a specific spot on the laser,
Okay.
and that bypasses the usual recovery time.
I see.
So it can just keep processing.
So they kind of hacked the system.
Yeah, in a way.
But, if we think about biological neurons, they need that refractory period
Yeah, it's important.
But-
It helps regulate everything.
to function properly.
Yeah.
But this laser neuron, it's like they took the concept of a neuron and just put it on fast forward.
Yes, exactly.
But they didn't just build this for fun.
No, they put it to the test.
Right. They tested it out.
Yeah.
They wanted to see what it could do.
Right.
So what did they do?
Well, first they tested it on detecting cardiac arrhythmias,
Cardiac arrhythmias.
your regular heartbeats,
Okay.
and it got like 98.4% accuracy,
Whoa.
which is like really good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what else did they test?
They also had it classify handwritten digits,
Okay.
like numbers that people write.
Right.
It got 92.3% accuracy there.
Wow.
And it did both of those at that crazy speed.
So imagine a world where medical diagnoses could be like that. Instant.
Yeah.
Or self-driving cars could react super fast
To anything. Yeah.
to danger, to anything.
Yeah.
This is the kind of speed that could make that possible.
Totally. We could see AI that can like keep up with the real world in ways we haven't even thought of yet.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
It is.
But it makes me think, like, what about the energy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
If it's going this fast all the time,
right,
wouldn't it just use a ton of energy?
That's what makes this even more amazing, actually.
Oh.
It's not just fast.
It's also energy efficient.
It's also energy efficient.
Wait, how is that possible?
Well, it comes down to how the laser works.
Okay.
It can hit these speeds without using a ton of power.
Okay.
And this is, like, super important because as we build more complex AI systems, the energy they use, it's a big problem.
Yeah, it's a huge bottleneck.
It is.
Yeah.
If everything used as much power as normal processors, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
So this laser neuron, it could be the key to, like, building AI that's both powerful and sustainable.
Okay, so we've got the speed, we've got the energy efficiency.
Yeah.
But there's another piece to this, right?
There is, yeah.
Reservoir computing.
Reservoir computing, exactly.
What is that?
Okay. So
break that down for me.
think of it as AI that can deal with information that changes over time. So like weather patterns, financial markets, even human speech.
Okay, so things that are dynamic.
Yeah, where the past matters.
Yeah.
And reservoir computing, it's really good at those things.
Okay, so how does our laser neuron fit into that?
Well, it's kind of like the reservoir.
The reservoir itself.
Yeah, remember how we said it can hold on to info from past inputs?
Right, like it has memory.
Exactly, and that's super important for reservoir computing.
Okay.
Because it lets the system build up this, like, complex memory
I see.
of past events.
So it's not just speed.
Right.
It's memory, too.
Yeah.
And there's something about a feedback loop being eliminated.
Yeah, so in normal reservoir computing systems, you have this feedback loop. Information's always being fed back in.
Okay.
And it's necessary, but it slows things down.
Okay.
And uses energy.
So this laser neuron just cuts that out.
Yeah, it cuts out the middleman.
Makes it faster, more efficient.
Exact.
Wow. So this is like...
This is pretty cool.
This is pretty groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah, we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah, this is a real deep dive.
It is, and it's only going to get deeper from here.
I'm excited to see where we go next.
Me too. There's so much more to explore with this.
Absolutely.
It's going to be wild.
Let's take a break and then come back and talk about what this could actually do in the real world.
Sounds good. I'm ready for more.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back. So we've got a pretty good idea now of how this laser neuron works.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And why it's such a big deal.
Yeah, 1 billion times faster.
It's mind-boggling, right?
It's crazy. Yeah.
So I think now it's time to think about what we can actually do with this.
Yeah, like what are the real-world applications?
Exactly. The possibilities seem
endless.
Kind of endless, right?
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
I mean, I'm thinking healthcare has to be...
Oh, yeah. Healthcare is huge.
A big one, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine,
like, being able to analyze
tons of medical data, like, instantly.
Yeah.
Like, images, genomic sequences, vital signs.
So instead of waiting for test results.
Right, like days or weeks.
You could get a diagnosis
right away.
Almost instantly.
Yeah. And not just diagnoses. Think about, like, personalized medicine.
Oh, yeah.
You know, analyzing someone's genes.
Yeah.
Tailoring treatments just for them.
So it's like having a super-powered medical detective working for you 24/7.
Totally. Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild.
But, okay, what about beyond healthcare?
Right. So many other areas. Like, what about finance?
Oh, finance, yeah.
Yeah, algorithmic trading.
Okay.
Could get even crazier.
So decisions being made by AI in milliseconds.
Like, super fast.
Based on, like, all this financial data.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds exciting, but also kinda.
Yeah, it's a little scary, too, right?
Yeah, like, what could go wrong?
That's a good point.
If things are happening that fast, as AI gets this powerful, we gotta be careful, you know, make sure it's safe, transparent.
So it's not just about building faster AI.
Right. It's got to be responsible, too.
It's got to be responsible AI.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But there are good things, too, right?
For sure.
Like better fraud detection, risk management, things like that.
So potentially a more stable financial system overall.
Potentially, yeah.
It's a lot to consider.
It is.
Okay, so healthcare finance. What other industries are we thinking about?
Transportation is a big one.
Transportation, okay.
Think about, like, self-driving cars.
Yeah.
That can navigate anything.
Super fast, reacting to every...
Super fast, way safer.
Yeah.
More efficient.
And not just cars, right?
No, like drones, ships, even spacecrafts.
And moving with this incredible speed and precision.
And think about energy grids.
Okay.
Making them smarter. Cities that can adapt in real time.
Right,
AI everywhere.
AI is just going to be woven into everything.
Yeah, working behind the scenes.
It's exciting, but also kind of
a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's a huge change.
It's a huge change.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about the good stuff. But there's got to be downsides too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, what are we worried about?
Well, one of the big ones with AI, especially as it gets more powerful, is jobs.
Job displacement.
Yeah, like if AI can do things faster and better than us.
What happens to the people?
Exactly. Where do they go?
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
It's a tough question.
We got to figure that out as a society.
Yeah, like how do we prepare people for the jobs of the future?
It's a new world.
Yeah,
it's a challenge.
It's a big challenge.
But I think we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of work to do.
There is.
Both on the tech side and on the societal side.
Totally, yeah.
To make sure this all goes well.
We got to get it right.
Yeah. Okay, so this laser neuron, it's not just a cool science thing.
No.
It could really change everything.
It could change the world, yeah.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
And it's a reminder that, the future isn't set in stone.
Right.
It's something we're building.
We're creating it right now.
Right now, with the choices we make.
Every day.
This has been, a really amazing deep dive so far.
It has. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, me too. But
there's more.
We're not done yet.
No, we've
got to bring it all together.
Yeah.
And, answer the big question.
Big one, yeah.
What does the future hold?
What does it all mean?
What does it all mean for us?
Exactly.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, yeah.
About this laser-powered neuron.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah. Let's try to, bring it all together.
Okay, yeah.
Remind me, what are the key takeaways here?
Okay, so the big thing is the speed, right?
Right. 1 billion times faster.
1 billion times faster, yeah.
Than biological neurons.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it gets that speed from that
quantum dot laser.
Quantum dot laser and the
radio frequency pads.
The radio frequency pads, working together to bypass all the normal limits.
And that speed, it's not just a cool number.
No.
It lets us do things with AI we couldn't do before.
Exactly, like with reservoir computing.
Reservoir computing, right? That's the
key
AI that can deal with
the changing stuff.
Yeah, the dynamic stuff.
The real world.
The real world, yeah.
Exactly.
And this laser neuron.
It's not just about making reservoir computing better.
It makes it simpler too, right?
Yeah, it gets rid of that feedback loop.
That we talked about.
Exactly.
So it's faster, more efficient.
And it could be more sustainable too.
So we've got this powerful, efficient tool.
We do.
But the question is,
what do we do with it?
What do we do with it? Yeah, what are the real implications?
Right. How does this actually change the world?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about a few things.
Medical diagnoses.
Yeah.
Personalized medicine.
Super fast.
Self-driving cars.
Yeah. Reacting instantly.
Financial systems that can,
keep up with the market.
Yeah, adapt in real time.
It's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
But also kind of
scary.
A little scary, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of power.
How do we make sure
use it, right?
Yeah, that we use it responsibly?
That's the big question, right?
It is a big question.
How do we build AI that benefits everyone?
That's ethical.
That's fair.
That doesn't leave people behind.
Exactly. It's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about how we use it.
It's about the choices we make.
Yeah, the choices we make now.
This laser neuron.
It's not just a cool science project.
It's not just an experiment.
It could change society.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
It is.
And it's up to us
to decide what that change looks like.
This deep dive.
It's been a journey.
It has. Yeah. It's really made me think about the future of AI.
And our place in it.
Yeah, it's not just about the tech.
Right.
It's about us.
It's about humanity.
Yeah, it's about what we want the world to be.
Exactly.
So as we go forward, let's keep thinking about these questions.
Let's have these conversations.
About responsible AI, about the future we're building.
It's up to all of us.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you learned something new.
And that you'll keep exploring these ideas.
The future of AI.
It's a fascinating thing.
It's a fascinating thing, yeah.
It's full of possibilities.
And it's up to us to shape it.
That's the exciting part.
That's the exciting part, yeah.
So until next time,
Keep learning, keep questioning.
and keep diving deep.